Hey everyone, today is May 31st, 2026, and I'm very excited to share this really short clip with you guys because it pretty much encompasses all the new updates and features that the Rive team have been sharing with us in early access. They just actually got implemented in the regular version. And this is great, especially for us designers that have been looking for dynamic layouts, solos, and layers, like a new way for using layers and listeners within the state machine window. These are great features as they shared with us earlier this week. They shared us this video where they told us they go a little in depth about like how these features work, what to expect, what not to expect, and this is pretty awesome. Honestly, really cool features right here. One feature that I might want to bring in that is not mentioned here, and that is one of the features that I kind of like reviewed in my last video, and it was a little bit inconclusive. Well, I was told that what happens here is that basically, yes, you can have many groups, but the only group that you can be able to deep expand is the group that you have selected. You press Alt and then you click on it, and then that group would be the one that gets deep expand. I was a little confused because I was trying to do it with multiple groups, which is something that I tend to do in my workflow. Sometimes I just have, that case. And then I just noticed that it was only expanding the one where the pointer gets clicked. So even if I have Alt and both groups are selected, only the one that I have my pointer on is going to be expanded. In this case, it got expanded, not deep expanded. But now that I'm holding Alt, it got deep expand. This is something that I mentioned to Guido, but I don't know if this is something they want to tackle right now. I didn't get any response. We'll see. So that was a quick update on that. So another thing that I wanted to highlight was that the first time that I put it up, this new update, I found this little new tooltip, which I think is really awesome because if you think about all the apps that are there that are mainstream, they have these kind of tooltips that they keep you informed into what's new. Sometimes the emails that we get and everything, all the posts on the forum are, but sometimes you miss those. So what better way to get people really like up to speed than just having those updates in the app? Because so seeing this thing, I thought it was like really cool. I think that they're heading in the right way. This is another snippet of things that I thought it was pretty cool. So this is the new way how you would work within the timeline. They have those little three dots where you would expand and then select how you want to see your hierarchy. If you want a custom, or if you want like the regular hierarchy, then you have your solos. Then you can show only the selected object. I think it makes a lot more sense on the way that it's a lot easier to distinguish what goes where, and the information, it seems to be classified where you would think it belongs. So I'm very excited about this. There is another cool little update in the UI that it didn't get the spotlight or anything like that, but I noticed that what they did with the state machine, now when you're running your state machine, you get this little highlight over here. The play and stop gets highlighted. So now you know when your state machine is running or not. It's really subtle. It's nothing like in your face. I also heard that they changed the font, which I agree. But I honestly, I think this one looks pretty cool. It looks to a point. It's not hard to read. I like it. I like it. I like it. Shortcuts that I would like to reinforce, because they already shared all these shortcuts with us, which is Control or Command 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. This Control 1, 2, 5 is just gonna help us access these panels faster. We can always just drag it. Once we have them open, we can drag them out, and then we can still collapse the ones that we don't need, though. Just keep in mind that if you had already expanded one of the panels, and you use the Control keyboard shortcut, it's just not gonna expand or contract. It's just gonna stay like that. If you want to bring everything back to where it was, you just click on these little three dots and then go back to reset project layout. So that's that, and that's how you get back to your starting layout. which I think is pretty cool. I'm very excited about this feature. Yeah. So this is the email that we got for Rive Editor 8.4959, and it talks about data binding, hierarchy icons now show descriptive tooltips, which I believe what they're talking about is this show that now you have these tooltips. You hover over the bind, and it just gives you like a little glimpse of what's going on. Personally, I like it. I use data binding and I've used it a lot, but I think this while it's very informative, I feel that it could be worked on a little bit better because the data binding source to target value on this object is driven by a view model. Yes, of course, it's driven by a view model, but I guess what I would like to do is like the way this is related, because sometimes when I do the data bind, I would like to show if it's a target to source, if it's bidirectional, or if it's just bind once. I think that would be very like a lot more informative and beneficial if it was to be included when I'm hovering here instead of having to click all the way over here and see, okay, this is like the how it's configured. This is a good first step again, but I think it could be a lot better. So that's one. The next one they want to showcase is Shift X, which is going to shift between strokes and fills. This is, as they say over here, it's going to be very useful for those who do a lot of tracing on this kind of applications where you have you know, a JPEG and you just want to make it a vector. But it's the same thing as in Photoshop. In Photoshop, I think the shortcut was X. In here is yeah, Shift X. So if we are to grab any of these images and then or these designs or elements, and then if I was to say I just need this guy and then Shift X, you see it only shows me the outline, the stroke, and then I can just swap or go back to like the fill. Super useful, simple feature, but very useful. So it's very, very welcome and very appreciated. Um, and that's it. It's gonna be. This was a really short video. It's just a little recap and a happy recap. I'm very excited to use this coming, you know, in the next weeks. The last thing that I might want to leave you guys with is a little bonus content. For those who don't know, you can change origin of your elements by holding Alt and then going ASW. So this changes where you want to see this guy at. So up, down, left, and right. But if you want to center it in that axis, you go Alt H. And if you want to center it to your object, then you go Alt V. This is a huge time saver. In case you're more curious about these tools, how do I get all these hotkeys? It's simple. They have it over here in the menu. Go down to shortcuts, show shortcuts, and here you have them. You can browse for something specific, or you just can, if you have some time, just look at what they have. It's very self-explanatory. This is all that I have for today. Thank you for listening, and let me know if you have any questions. Would love to talk more. Rive.